I don't usually buy the Asahi in the shops, but what I thought I'd do is cool it down. 'Cause if Asahi is really cold, it's really refreshing. Also been checking up on cellulose. And I don't know if you read about this before. They said Chinese were putting wood into Parmesan. But apparently a lot of food makers do that. And they tried to say it's fucking supposed to help in some way. They don't make the fucking cheese cheaper. And now they don't even put what percentage. I'm looking at what they don't even put the percentage of fucking cellulose. So next week I am going to join the cellulose anti-cellulose police. I'm going to join Costco, start getting cheese. Apparently it's not in all block cheese, but it is in shredded cheese. So I want to know what the fuck is it in there. Oh, that's really cool, that is. So I went to the, when it gets to this time of year, I start to get really dry in my throat. I need to drink a lot of fluids or have ice lollies. Hey, Murray. And so calling this Lawson's, and as I give the money, I noticed the guy behind the counter, not a Japanese, is laughing. He's trying to contain his laughter. So it's obviously they're fucking taking the piss, him and his fat fucking mate. And I says, what's so funny? He goes, nothing. I says, you fucking nothing. I know what's funny. You're laughing at me. You're laughing at my appearance or the way I walk or the way I am. And he's denying this. And then he starts to get cocky. Do you want to make it into something bigger? And he said they were talking about something else. And then he says, do you want to fight me? I says, yeah, sure. And I'm talking to this fucking prick. And he beckons another guy to go and sort this other customer out. And I says, so tell me, what were you talking about if you something? And he says, it's private. Because if I ask him what he's talking about and he says bread, and then his mate says milk, I know he's fucking lying and I put him in a lie. Because he's a lying, packy fucking cunt. I just know, and they wonder why people get fucking angry. Because these cunts do it all the time. Not all people that work in shops, but fucking typically young cunts think they're fucking cocky, and they don't like being pulled up about it. But for every person, if someone doesn't pull them up about this, that person is likely to feel bad about themselves, feel worse, feel sorry, or fucking never go in that shop again. Anyway, I've opened this can of beer. This is the first one. I think the bottled beer tastes better. Did you know? I'm sure a lot of people didn't know that inside the can there is a lining. There's a plastic lining inside the can. Did you know that, Murray? And yeah, so one of my fellow stand-up guys told me about this. Then it came in the news, and what it was, this... when did you know about it? I only found out like about 3-4 months ago. This Chinese guy was trying to steal technology from Coca-Cola. I went to the beer making thing near Nagoya. Kidding, it's fantastic. And they have this massive machine, and they're just pouring this beer into this into these cans that were just whizzing round on this big wheel. Fucking amazing. And that's the best beer I have ever tasted in my life. Fresh at the factory. Fucking beautiful. Really is nice. And then several years, I went with my father-in-law, mother-in-law, and wife. And it was 100 yen. We were both drove there. We had about fucking 8 pints or eight glasses of beer, and those jugs. And I went there a few years later, and they had a cafe on the front of the factory, and it was fucking awful. Apparently, this cafe that was on the front of the factory had nothing to do with the fucking Kirin beer. Then it was fucking awful. And I told the fucking guy, the manager of the place, it was fucking awful. And I was going to see that he was going to be shagged by a bull. Oh, really? Cool. So you know exactly what I'm talking about then. Did you get... Well, we didn't get free beer that day because it was for the earthquake. So we kept on paying 100 yen a drink. And all this money went to the earthquake. But I'd love to go to the other ones as well. Yeah, I did enjoy that beer. I really did. So I wonder if there's another. I wonder how many more are in this area. Which part of the country did you go to, Murray? Look at that, so eager. I crushed the can. So eager to get this in my throat. Well, I bought some tortillas the other day. Just wondering what I've got. I've got some cheese. I got a what else? I might just get a thing. You might make a salad. I think I've got a cucumber and an avocado. I think in Nagoya, I don't know if you've got to make a team up or something like that, but you can go. I think it sets off from Nagoya Station and then it drives to the Kirin factory, which is probably 20 minutes away, I think. But we just went by car. We just took our cars that day. That's in the days when you could drink and drive. Did you know that there used to be 10,000 deaths on the roads in Japan just in the year before the year 2000? And then a young man hit a car from behind and they knocked it into a river, and 3 young children died, and they got really serious. They got really serious about drink driving after that. And that young man, because he killed those 3 kids, the mom and dad survived. He saved it's now 3,000 a year in Japan, deaths on the roads. So that young man, I think maybe 10, 15 years ago, so if it's 10 years ago, he saved 70,000 lives. What thanks does he get? Yeah, I guess so. They're all in the. I guess they'll have him in the Osaka area, and the Nagoya area, Tokyo, Sapporo, of course. Yeah. I think when I first went, after I first got married, went to Hawaii. and the beer that we were drinking, and I seem to think it was $8. It was $8 for a lodge, because what they do, you can't go into the hotel until like later that morning, so they get there about 7 or 8 o'clock. You have breakfast, and I think I had a large bottle of beer, and I think that beer was made in Canada. Somebody's buzzing the phone. In my city, we had our own breweries. I think we had 3 or 4 in Sheffield. Stones, Woods. I'll have to contact my cousins. I bought I've left that. I bought about 4 packs of curry from the Isashiburi. I don't know your name. Yeah, but you know Toten? It was them dumb Germans. Yeah, I think that was the first one in Sapporo. It was a German that taught them how to make beer. And he did a good job. But the thing with Japanese beer, it is great with food. That's the best thing with it. It's great with food. Isashiburi. I just don't remember that name, mate. But someone made an interesting point in a video the other day. It was 2 or 3 English guys. And what they were saying is that the food, I don't know if they're in America or Japan, I think they might have been in America, and they were saying, it's a lot friendlier. We're having this great food and we're having drinks. We're not even thinking about fighting. But like in English pubs, we're just drinking all the time. And then fights start. I think the most tense I've ever been, I met a Kiwi guy when I was teaching skiing, and I went to visit him in New Zealand. We went into this rugby club. We went golfing first, showing how bad I was, real bad. And we went into this golf club because he played the rugby. It's all a rugby club, and he went into the rugby club. And the fucking atmosphere was absolutely unbelievable. It was really scary. Yeah, but I think I like it because it's... Yeah, of course. Well, I've never seen much trouble while I've been here. And, but I've been watching some videos recently, short videos, and there's some crazy happenings on the trains. Maybe this guy's just coming with a 6-pack. I like Steinlager, and the other, what is it, Watley's or something like that, Spates, and I used to put Drambuie in my in those beers because I couldn't taste it. Oh, there's one irritating. There's one thing that is Kiwis and Aussies share is that they fucking bump into people while they're drinking, and they fucking in Britain. When you go out on a Friday and Saturday night, you're wearing nice clothes, and so if you don't bump into people. You don't stand on the shoes, and you better apologise. Yeah, someone was saying to me, you don't hit a drunk. I think that's the best. I think that's the best type of target to hit, a drunk. If he gets a good punch, if he gets a good punch in, he might not get so drunk again, or just stay in his bloody chair when he's drunk. Yeah, there weren't many pubs in Queenstown. When I first went there weren't many pubs in Queenstown, and there was no fucking pubs open on a Sunday either. So we had to go into a hotel on a Sunday. Yeah, my local, there was fights there every week, the local that I used to go into. Because the things what they did, they just used to serve kids that were like 15 and 16. Like in England, a lot of pubs have closed now. Is it the same in New Zealand? Whistling while you clean. Why not? You should be whistling while you work. All right, Rachel, Christina, how are you going? Yeah, especially you got a lot. That's the scary thing about New Zealand, isn't it? Because you've got so many people playing bloody rugby. It's you don't want to be picking a fight over there, do you? Yeah, but just stay away from the rugby clubs. Yeah, like I said, just stay away from the rugby clubs, you'll be all right. You're good girls. I got in a fight with a mongrel mob because I sat down on a chair and his foot was on the chair. I didn't see it, and I called him a fucking idiot, and then he punched me in the face, flying onto the dance floor. But I managed to get hold of him and sort him out. So, but yeah, I don't want to be fighting with rugby players. That is just no kidding. No. They call the police, and his big mate was going to join the. While I was beating his mate up, he was going to he's tried to jump in on me, and the Maori bartender. I found out later the Maori bartender just jumped onto him and prevented him from attacking me. Then the police came. And then I was going to try to find their car to burn it down. Yeah, I can't believe it in New Zealand when they were talking in New Zealand and Australia. When they were giving so much precedence to these fucking mongrel. One was a mongrel mob, yeah, and there was two main gangs, wasn't there? and all the and all the mobs used to go from New Zealand and then just go to Australia, get on the dole, and then just fucking cause trouble. No, there was 2 of them. But like I said, the Maori guy from the bartender, he jumped on the bigger one. And then the police were called. But I'm sure he went to the car and he either put something in the car or he took something out of the car. And so when the police came, I just said it was my fault. It wasn't, but I said it to calm it down. Yeah, well, I guess luckily there was only 2 of them. And they had one of those big Ganga cars, you know what I mean? You know the really big motors. I thought the governments have got to grips with it, Murray. I'm just going to get another beer. I wonder if the lettuces have come down in price. I might get a lettuce, I don't know. What about one of those? 1,580 yen. Well, I might get some. I might get a bag of. I might get a bag of those actually. I think I will. I'm going to get a bag of peppers. I was going to get some. Fuck, these are. The other month, these were like 200 yen. Well, they weren't because I stole them because they gave me dodgy peppers. Hey, thanks, Rich. I am going back a few years though because I thought they were, you know, the gang's going over to Australia, and I thought they were sorting that out. I thought they sorted it out actually. I might stop in a minute to pull my trousers up. What kind of walls are you wiping down, Rich? You got waterproof walls, wood. What? I might get some. I know something. I might get some money because now it's gone back to get a payment like every 2 months. So I might get a payment next week, thanks to you and Wendy the other day. I mean, it's always a nice surprise, getting about 8,000 yen. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to separate, put that in the ice, and as you might know, Murray, I've got to pull my trousers up now. So should I get another beer or one of these? Get one of these. I've been checking the cheese out because I think I need the cheese for the now some of this wine, Rachel's mum will be interested in this. Look at that, Rachel. 478 yen. What I did today, I took took 2 or 3 things to the scrapyard, and the young guy at the scrapyard seems to like me. And there's this comedian recently called Uncle Roger on the internet, and I said to him, "Do you know Uncle Roger?" And instead, so I was getting these copper transformers, something, and the price was about 170 yen. But what they did, they put it down as something else, and I got 500 yen, 550 yen. So I got triple what I should have got. So that made me very happy. Yeah, I was thinking of getting the kangaroo one the other day, but they've come down a little bit in price, the Australian wines. But the problem was it was just sweet wine. I don't like sweet wine. Murray's put some money in as well. Cheers, pal. It's a long time since I've had 2 people donating. Hang on a minute. いらっしゃいませ。有料レジ袋、マイバッグ。空のマイバッグを袋で。マジカカードを購入する商品、528円。商品を買い物袋、または袋代。この商品を袋に入れてください。198円。118円。お支払い方法を選んでください。お金を投入してください。よろしければ精算ボタンを押してください。お釣りとレシートをお取りください。Oh, she's pretty. That girl there. You remember that Tom Cruise film, Last Samurai? Well, that girl, she looked like the woman in that. My trousers are falling down. I don't know what to do. They come and pick me from the house and put me in the zoo. Oh dear. Just the guy just walked in thinking like the coolest dude in the Goya. Sit. Oh, what's happening here? You got tired? What? Where in the kitchen? You've been in the kitchen? What's happening? Can someone come on? Because I'm not sure what's happening. So getting back to the gangs, it's not. You still got problems then, Murray. Yeah, I think I envy you, really. We used to live in the kitchen. So it is my, I might get my insurance money soon. So maybe a quick break in Okinawa, 2 or 3 days. Is it real? Is it you, who's living in the house now? Just you and Christina, and your mum and dad live next door or something? Yeah, I don't know if you've been watching about London, but they just, if you get like a person on a bike, you get 2 or 3 scooters riding up, attacking the guy, trying to nicking his bike. What time do you go to bed, Rach? $30, so they're not next door then. You what? You and what time do you get up? You're like my daughter. I've been telling my daughter to make sure she gets lots of bloody sleep. Because sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I see she's online. Do you have a nap in the afternoon? I had a nap. I got up early yesterday about 5 o'clock. Oh, there you go. Then catch up with it, yeah. And this nutter next to me is using a fucking torch. And now I've got like a futon in the warehouse, so I use that as well. I wish I'd brought that curry from the car. You want a TV antenna? Why? Why haven't you got one? Can't you? Well, your dad, people that work for you can do that, can't they? Yeah, Murray, there was someone the other day, 2 young men stabbed a 15-year-old boy to death. There's like 150 stabbings a year in London. All that waste of time and money and effort because they're going to go to jail for 10, 20 years. You got one of those antennas with the bunny ears. Has Murray gone? Only one person watching now. What about one of those disc antennas? When like don't you have satellite TV in Australia instead of terrestrial TV? I don't watch TV at home at all. Murray's returned. I thought that's always cool. That you know, the skylight in the roof. That's cool. Is it? Is it getting cold now in both Murray and Rach? Is it getting cold? You got autumn coming up. Was that your dad or your workers? Yeah, they don't want you two going up on the roof. Yeah, I was watching something on Netflix about bodies and something like that, and it was this guy, and he was a relay engineer, you know, for the phones and TV, and they were climbing these towers like 120 feet. The highest that I ever climbed when I was a telephone engineer was about 60 feet, and there were very few of those. Yeah, you don't want to be falling off them. Yeah, I remember my uncle. He had some of his friends went to live in Australia, and this is like 40 years ago. He was going on about, you know, you can have your own grass cutting business. So hopefully, when I get back home tonight, I'll be able to watch. Have I got news for you? Hey, you don't want to be. Have you got? Are you going to put them in proper pots? Well, I'm sure that's a good idea, love. Are you sure the proper bonsai? Hello, can you see me? Am I back? Am I back? The Wi-Fi signed out. Hello, Rachel, Christina, Murray. Can you see me? Hello. Now, can you see me? No, it's not. It's the Wi-Fi sound. The Wi-Fi only lasts so long, and it signed out. So then I tried to get back in. It wasn't working. Then I switched the phone off, I did a reboot. Yeah, before what happened used to happen before, it took ages to get back on. When they used to go live from the Joyful restaurant, took ages to get back into the system. I might get a bath tomorrow. How often do you and Christina get bathed or showered? Every day? I think I need to get the water sorted out at my place and then fix the showering. So I can, especially in summertime. I used to get like twice a day. Yeah. Is that every day or just when it's in hot season? Like sometimes I used to get like showered 3 times a day. Just go back while I was working. Just go into the shower and just look cold water. Yeah, showers are good though, aren't they? So maybe when you get older, like me, you want a nice hot bath to wow. Is it like because it's sticky? You're in Queensland, yeah? So it's very sticky all the time. That's what we used to say in yeah, that's it, yeah. In Japanese they say mushiatsu. But obviously growing up in England it's not like warm like Australia. But is that all year round, Rach? Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? There was in Las Vegas, there was this, what they did, they sold solar panels to everybody, solar panel systems. And then they said you can sell the electricity, the excess electricity back to the electricity company. So when they invested like $20,000 or $30,000, the company, they just said to they bribed the local politicians, and so then the people that had invested all that money into the solar power, they couldn't claim the money back. Yeah, that's what I was asking, Rachel. You know, like if it's not so humid, do you still need to do it twice a day? No, there's not one in this town. There isn't one in this town. So now the one that was closest actually closed down. They said it was getting too expensive to run, and the other one is about 4 miles away. Yeah, though, you know, when someone says, "What's the good thing about Japan?" And I just realised that when you can go to the Sento and you can get as much hot water as you want, you know, just throwing hot water on yourself when you get in a bath or a shower, it's great. No, they've just started increasing over the last year or two, the Turkish restaurants. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go. I've got a Facebook friend. He's an air traffic controller, but he said, he said like leave it a year. And now there's some elections going on at the moment, so I don't know what's going to happen there. Yeah, they're increasing all the time. There used to be kebabs. It used to be kebab shops, but now restaurants are part of it. But the food is nice, but it's not as nice as what you see on the internet. Really, well, that might have been the place where you were, but they are all over the place. And also, there are lots of solar panels in fields everywhere around this area. They're all over, not just on houses, people that are making money on solar panels. Yeah, Osaka's the scruffy, that's one. Australia. Why'd you say that? Australia powers Japan. Why is that? Do you know something? I just wonder because Australia is such a massive landmass. There must be like oil or gas somewhere in the middle. Yeah, but if you're a landowner, I'm talking to my friend, he's like karate guy, big businessman, and he says that if you own the land, you can make money. You can't make money if you rent the land. Apparently, when I went to the those big things that they have every year in different countries or every 5 years, like Osaka, Nagoya, Tokyo, maybe in Australia, America, and they said there's enough energy to power the Earth in about 9 minutes. There's enough energy that comes from the sun to power the Earth in 8 minutes, something like that. Who sent the message? Can someone maybe put a naughty word in their message? I can't see it. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I saw the I saw the headline. I can't believe that. Did you? They. You just put so stupid and they fucking banned it. Yeah, yeah, but that's rather have him than bloody Boris Johnson. Yeah, that's pretty lame, that isn't it? It's just for saying stupid. I've been watching this Biden and oh my god. But at least he's not touching little girls anymore. Your, what is the name of your prime minister? There was it did the woman prime minister quit now? Alpo. Do you know what Alpo is? The air conditioning is a bit cool today. Oh yeah, I have heard. Yeah, I have heard that name. Yeah. Elmer Fudd. I like Elmer Fudd. Gen Z. I would say anyone who calls themselves Gen Z should have no control over anything. Gen Z. Oh my God. Nobody wants to go into work. Nobody wants to work with other people. What was my inspiration behind the video? No, it's just having a piss take. Plus, I saw that thing about the King Leopold chopping the hands off and the Andy biscuits, the handy chocolate. That wasn't very nice. No, but I actually worked with a Belgian in Tokyo, and I met the guy that actually brought the Belgian beer festival to Japan. But you know, this was in the 1980s or something like this. Saturday, Sunday night, but here in Japan. No, I used to go into the Kirin pubs until they banned me. I don't. Why you just had this thing about Belgians and like being paedophiles? I think they're a bit strange. How could it be boring on the Sunshine Coast? You must have got surely a lot of activity on the Sunshine Coast. Yeah, just wondering whether I should go there. My cousin's daughter is living. She asked me about going to living there, and I should say you should go. Yeah, that's true. You're going to get a lot of drunk tourists, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, my mate who I used to work with in Telecom, he became a taxi driver, and he says he hated it. But it's how the people make their money. So, you know, tourist towns make their money, but you've got to deal with drunk people. You know, they're coming away on holiday and they're going to get drunk. Yeah, you were saying before you walked into town, yeah? Maybe I'll just have another pizza tonight and use those chapatis, not chapatis. I use those tortillas with curry. Oh. Only one? I thought there'd been quite a few Japanese restaurants in town. Only one, Rich? But you don't like sushi or sashimi? You just got to get used to it. I think, you just get used to it, actually. There's one thing I really don't like, and it's, just in Hawaii, fishing on a party boat. The first fish that anyone caught was a fugu. Yeah, that's the only time I've been. Have you ever seen that program, Deadliest Catch? That's quite good. That's quite a good program. And do you ever catch anything? Can you catch anything that's a decent size you can eat? Leather jackets? What are you talking about? No, I think if you went fishing, whether it would be, in the sea or in a river, and you caught a fish, surely that has got to be the most enjoyable part of it, is eating that fish. Leather jackets, I've never heard that before. What about you, Murray? Have you heard that before? Yes, snapper, yeah. Yes, snapper in Japan, it's the red one, yeah. That's very expensive fish. Maybe I should go and see. And has anybody got the Japan Time? Just wondering, because it might be very cheap food now somewhere. Go crabbing on Easter Island. Cheers, Murray. I think 7:30 is actually a time when it goes from like sometimes to 50% discount. Bribby Island, is that like that island where there's too many crabs? I don't think you can kill those crabs. But if there's no predators, they're just going to get more and more crabs. Noosa? Noosa, what's that? I have visited Australia. I had 12 days there, I think. I am hoping that yeah, you gotta. We know these expensive houses, like $700,000 or pounds. You just gotta think, what are the bloody running costs of these places? I think that's a problem with these expensive houses. They are sharing the city's costs with poor people. And so what they need to do is make the expensive houses have a very high tax. And this will bring down the cost of housing all over the world. If you want a fucking big house, okay, you're gonna have to pay a lot of fucking tax. Then that will bring the housing prices down. Yeah, the most annoying thing about that, Rachel, is all these fucking councillors awarding themselves fucking massive pay rises and fucking pensions. I hate those fucking councillors. And it doubled in just 4 years. I bet it wasn't cheaper than before. See, this is Japan. There's two people there they trust that will be there when they get back. Two people. Yeah, that seems like $70 a week. Yeah, most of the time, yeah. I have left my car door open with the keys in, credit card, money, and no one's touched it. It's not like that all over Japan, but it's house. Oh dear. How much is your house insurance? Yeah, just don't have anything worth nicking. Yeah, all those bills add up, don't they? Yeah, luckily my outgoings are very small. If I ever win on the lottery, I will have to send my wife or ex-wife. Well, she's still my wife because we're still married. I'll have to send her some money. Why do people marry? Good question. So they can stay in Japan. Why not? What kind of champagne does your mum drink? I remember a long time ago there was some Moët and Chandon at 3,000 yen. 3,000 yen for a bottle of Moët and Chandon. I know I should have bought about 10 bottles then. There's also an Australian champagne. Maybe it's called Chandon. That was on sale about a year ago, about 2,000 yen. I thought you like I thought you like living by yourself. Yeah, I asked my daughter about if she wanted to live in Tokyo. She just said she didn't want to live alone. Yeah. Oh dear. What about you? But you've got your aunties living next door, did you say? So who does the cooking then, Rachel? They're mean also. Oh dear, what's happening today? I thought you were all big pals. Can you make a lasagna? Well, ask him to come over and visit sometimes. Yeah, that could be good. They say no. Oh my God. Well, maybe when I retire, you can take me in. I'll come and live with you, and I'll make the food for you. What does that? What does that one mean? Is that laughter or tears, Murray? Right, guys, I'm going to see if I can get some cheap food. If I can't get cheap food, I've got to make it myself. Yeah, don't worry. You've only got about 60 years to go. Don't worry. Learn a language and learn a musical instrument. Well, I live alone. So my hope is to win on the lottery, get a really nice fucking house, and then asking my kids to come and join me. Or some Vietnamese chick. Yeah, a big house, fucking massive house. 8 rooms. It's the size of 2 apartments. Well, where would you think I live with? I just offered to live with you. He said, didn't say anything. Mean Little Women, there you go. Could be, you should write a new book. Is that the book, Little Women? That's it. Now you can mean little Aussie women. Write a book. Oh no. But well, at least you got a roof over your head, so that's good. Well, I'm going to go now. Murray, Rachel, Christina, bye-bye. Bye-bye. a roof. Midnight music, you left it till late, pal. We're just closing down. We're closing up shop. Next time. Hello. Goodbye. Oh, but no love. Oh, dear. Me too.